Welcome. John Arnold again here from Intelligent Communications Partners. I'm here on the show floor of IT Expo in Los Angeles, and I've got another interview coming for you now. Today I'm talking with Gary Croke, who is in product marketing for Aviat Networks, and again we're talking smart grid. So Gary, welcome to the show for starters.
Thank you for having me, John. Good to be here.
Yes. Now you spoke earlier today, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, and Aviat also keynoted earlier today at our show, so you've had a pretty strong presence here, and there's a good reason for it. But before we do that, let's get to the company itself. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about Aviat Networks as a whole?
Sure. Well, John, Aviat's a recognized leader in wireless transport solutions for IP networks. And when it comes to utilities, we're the leader in microwave products for utilities in North America.
Yes.
And we've got a 45-year history serving utility space, so it's a very rich background, which includes over 150 customers that span the investor-owned utilities, the IOU space, public utilities, co-ops, federal utilities, including such household names as PG&E, Sempra, AEP, Exelon, and a host of others.
So you're pretty deeply embedded in this community, which is really nice to see. So with all that experience, I mean, obviously you've learned a lot and you're bringing a lot of value to the market. Where do you see the greatest value for the utilities in this wireless space right now?
I think if I could just start with some of the challenges that the utilities are currently
Sure.
seeing. Right now, the extent to which the communications networks and utilities need to be upgraded is massive. I mean, there's a huge upgrade that needs to happen to support smart grid, and that creates a great opportunity for a company like Aviat to capitalize and to provide some value into the utilities.
Okay. Now, on that note, is this need to upgrade as great as they realize? Because you've had this experience in other industries, so when you come in, you can assess pretty quickly, right? Are they surprised at just how far behind they really are?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of sites that need to be they need to have communications delivered to them. Right now, about 15% of all substations have broadband connections. About 10% of all distribution circuits have any kind of communications to them at all. There's new EV charging sites that are coming online that will need communications. There's new distributed power generation facilities coming online that need to be communicated with. So there's a vast number of new sites that need communications. As well, the existing communications infrastructure is TDM based primarily, and with the migration to IP comes a large upgrade in the infrastructure to support smart grid.
All right. Now, are you finding there's a certain type of utility who's embracing wireless, or is it kind of across the board? Are they all kind of seeing a need for it?
Yeah.
There's, investor-owned, right? There's municipal.
Yeah, it's definitely across the board. We're seeing quite a bit of microwave being deployed in investor-owned utilities. That's primarily because there's a lot of legacy systems that are out there. I mean, there are thousands of links of microwave right now, just in the investor-owned community. And to support smart grid, there needs to be upgrading capacity of these devices. There needs to be an upgrade of security features on these devices, IP capabilities, including MPLS and quality of service features. So I would say the largest market segment for sure in terms of microwave is the IOU space. That's where we're primarily focused as a company.
Okay. And just lastly, where do you see the biggest benefit coming for the utilities in going down this road of having these upgraded wireless networks? Yeah,
I mean, as I said, the vast majority of the network is TDM based. The end goal is IP. However, this will be a slow migration. It won't happen overnight. So it's really an evolution, not a revolution. And the products that Aviat is delivering to the market. In fact, we just released a new hybrid radio platform that seamlessly supports native TDM and native IP, all on the same platform to enable the seamless migration of the utility backbone network.
Okay. All right. So with that, we're going to have to wrap up. So Gary, thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me, John.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
You're welcome, and let's enjoy the rest of the show.
All right.